No, 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 no. So, no. Just no. How's it going, guys? John here, aka Bruce Lee. Today we're looking at Fast 5, Hobbs versus Toretto. I'm a kickboxing teacher here in Canada, and we're gonna break this down on a scale of realism versus entertainment, since that's what, you know, the main purpose of the movie is to be something that you want to watch. I'm gonna give my thoughts and breakdowns from the perspective of a kickboxing teacher. Let's get into it right now.
Flip the receiver. You're going down to.
You know, I'm pausing it pretty early here, but you know what's crazy to me? Because this is, I think it's like 2011 this movie came out. The Rock looks small to me here. And it's not because he's small, so to speak, but it's just like, nowadays he's even bigger, which is crazy to me. Because I remember watching this back in the day being like, man, The Rock is ripped. But you see him in like 2020, 2021, and you're like, dude, this small Rock. This guy's a pebble right now. Anyways, let's keep going. Good punch. Punch to a rear elbow. I don't think that really works. Some people do it. Oh, that's a good kind of that's a good arm hold. What? He's got a Kimura. What? Hello? No. So no. Just no. Let's back it up. He's got the rear elbow. So right here, The Rock has gotten basically a Kimura-style grip, so his arm is over Vin Diesel's shoulder, and then he's locking and attacking one arm, so Vin Diesel's right arm with both of his hands, okay? And then when you grip one hand on his wrist and one hand on your wrist, you should be able to control and direct that arm behind them. And what he does is he pins Vin Diesel against the car. Let's see what that looks like. So he pins him just like this, and then Vin Diesel is like, and he starts like standing up and like muscling through it. I'm telling you guys, if someone has a Kimura grip on you with both hands, even if they're weaker than you, which The Rock is massive and strong, even if they're weaker than you, you're not just gonna stand up through that. That's like this right here, where he starts just like muscling through it. Impossible if you guys got a Kimura. Like, no way. Not if he knows what he's doing. Good front kick. Why would you take off the body armor? The body armor, well, this I don't fight with body armor, obviously, but for me, Vin Diesel landed a couple of body shots like a few seconds ago, and you know, The Rock took it pretty well. That's, you know, in a realism scenario, like, it's probably because he had body armor. So yeah, taking it off might make you a little bit faster, but I feel like it's not restricting your limbs right now. So I would actually keep the armor, be heavier, and try to use my size and strength against the other person, Vin Diesel. So I don't know if taking off the armor was a good idea. Got a good reversal. Shot for a takedown, up kick, and a Superman punch. Good suplex. I don't know what he spit. Oh! That looked like it hurt. Another good punch. So he's got a good clinch and then tries to take him down again. So one little thing, there are two little things here, guys, that if there's broken glass there, if this is a life or death scenario, pick up a shard of glass and just stab the guy. Like, just stab the guy. The other thing is, when Vin Diesel does a takedown here, he kind of pushes in. Right there, he pushes him kind of underneath the shoulder. I mean, that works in the sense like you can push a guy forward, but if you really want to control him or, you know, really take him down, I think you should sink in and actually attack him at the hips. At that height, it will be a little bit more effective, but, you know, whatever. Try to push him through the wall. It is what it is. Gets on top, ground and pound. Like, you want to stay here as long as possible. I don't know how The Rock got up from that, to be honest, because it's a bit shaky here. Good knee. Oh, good attack. So he's got a rear naked standing. They're looking. Yeah, no. So right here where there's a rear naked choke, Vin Diesel sees somebody. I don't know the story of the movie, but he sees somebody and starts like going like rage mode to get you know, The Rock off of him, and he kind of like just rushes back and slams the guy. We've seen people try that early days in the UFC, and it does not work. If someone has a good grip on you in a rear naked choke, which The Rock is doing very well, he's got the arm underneath, so kind of where the chin is. actually, it would be better if he has it underneath his chin to actually start attacking the airway. And then he's locked the hand in the elbow of his other hand. So this right here is as locked in as it gets. And just because someone like slams you against the wall, like why would this open up, right? There's no reason that would actually let go. What you got to do is fight the hand. So what Vin Diesel wants to do is attack the hand that's up. So it's gonna be The Rock's right hand. Try to bring this hand down, turn into the left where his armpit is, and then start to fight off this hand next. So you want to fight the grip and open up and allow yourself to breathe and hopefully escape. This whole like smashing backwards like this doesn't make sense. In fact, if The Rock actually surrounded him and tried to pin him down with his legs and try to control the body as well, not only would that move not work, Vin Diesel will not even be able to back up at all. So The Rock could be doing this a bit better, and Vin Diesel's escape here again doesn't work. It's good punches though. I like the punches. Yeah, I don't know why you want to take someone down and jump up. So in my opinion, if you're trying to go up with a takedown, you'd attack the hips, pick them up, and slam them down. This whole like jumping across a window, I don't know if that really makes sense. Good punches. Stay on the ground and pound. That reversal is very good. So let's look at that again. So Vin Diesel here, so what he's done there is that he's trying to, he's got his right hand underneath the knee, lifts it up, and then he pushes his hips up and into the side, and that turns him over and ends up on top. That's actually a real hip escape or a real reversal. So that was a pretty good move. He starts punching him. Stop! So they roll around a bit. I don't know how that roll happened. So he's been straddled here. He's got full mount. The Rock ends up getting full mount. So they do a similar reversal with the arm lifting up the knee. And then The Rock here ends up full mount. It's pretty hard to hip escape out of this position. And I don't really know that like a reversal as quick as Vin Diesel did is realistic. Like what you have to do is essentially scooch the hips out and try to get like into half guard, which means instead of having his legs on top of both your legs, you want both of his legs kind of like only on top of one leg. So you want to get one leg free and then start to like hip escape that way. I don't know how Vin Diesel like rolls out of this with like block and then roll. Makes no sense. Oh. That's what you should do in a life or death situation, though. Good pump. Pick up the hammer. Pick up the hammer. Rip Paul Walker. No. I'm sure he's fine, right? Like, The Rock's in the other movies, so I don't think he dies. Wait. Well, I don't know why this guy's face seems... I don't know why Vin Diesel's face seems funny to me. Oh, okay, cool. Alright guys, so that was Fast 5, Hobbs versus Toretto, or aka Vin Diesel and The Rock. Overall, I thought it was a pretty cool scene, like a lot of cool like cinematography. There's definitely a few things that are not realistic there. Chances are, like I know it looks cool for the camera, but you're probably not going to be pushing through walls and smashing through walls like that. Like, can someone punch through drywall? Like, yeah, easily, but like if there's a 2x4 there in the way, you're not running through that like a full like look how big The Rock is. You guys aren't just walking through a wall. Also, some of their takedowns are kind of pointless. Like when you rush someone like that and you like this whole thing in movies where like you grab someone and like slam them against like a door, slam them against a wall, like it's such a big waste of energy. And when they start doing takedowns where you're like traveling like 10 feet, like your objective isn't to move forward. Your objective is to put them on the ground and end up on top. So a lot of their takedowns here, they should have been attacking more towards the hips, and this should have been a clear objective to get them onto the ground in a favorable position for you. The other thing is that so towards the end there, like the reversals, like a couple of those are really good, like the arm under the knee and kind of hip thrust. That works, but some of the other like rolls there, they're kind of just doing it to make it seem like it's a big close fight, it's a big scramble. Like especially when The Rock was like full mounted on Vin Diesel, I really don't know how Vin Diesel got out of that so quickly. It takes some time and you're gonna take some punishment for allowing yourself to get in that position. So that didn't make sense to me. And like the Kimura thing where like your arm locked pinned against like a car, like come on, like cops do a similar thing. If you could just muscle your way through that, cops would never try to do that move because it clearly doesn't work. Like, it just makes no sense that Vin Diesel was able to get out of that the way he did with just like sheer force of will. So their punches, not bad, but a lot of the grappling, not very realistic whatsoever, you guys. And I think even the strategy was a little bit weird. Like, what The Rock should have won in this case, just in my opinion. He shouldn't have taken off his body armor. If he has the advantage in the grappling, like he knew how to do a Kimura and some other stuff, he should have just bull rushed Vin Diesel, stayed on top of him, take him down, put him on the floor and the full mount up and just stay there. Use the weight and the size and the strength of your body plus body armor and just like rain opening salvos all day down onto him, and he would have won the fight easily. Like, Vin Diesel shouldn't have really won that fight, especially with that rear naked choke. Like, Vin Diesel, you're unconscious or you're dead. The way you got out of that makes zero sense, because they probably wanted this fight scene like to be a fairly quick paced one, and you know, fighting the hands to like open up this grip and then fight out of this armpit or whatever, like that takes a little bit of time. Like, I get it, but I mean, they sacrificed some of the realism for sure for the sake of the movie, but I mean, again, the sake of the movie isn't to show you 100% real MMA or martial arts. Like, you watch the UFC for that, right? It's meant to be entertaining. So on a realism factor, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. Some good stuff, but overall just kind of like it's kind of ridiculous. And also, like, there's weapons all around you. Like, actually, now that I'm looking, there's a bottle right there. Pick up a bottle, smash the guy in the head, right? And when it cracks, now you have a sharp object, stab him. You know, like, it just doesn't seem like it seems like almost like a play fight to me. In terms of entertainment, though, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was cool. It's definitely cool. And if I wasn't like looking for like what's wrong here, it's well shot. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of cool stuff is happening, and it just looks badass. So, was it good in that sense? Yes, but I can't give it a 10 because for me, I can't give stuff a 10 if I don't fully immerse myself and believe it's real. And I couldn't give it a 9 because a few things were kind of ridiculous. Like, that for me, like, kind of took away from it a little bit. Like, just because some chick is being like, no, stop, doesn't mean you have superhuman strength to get out of a rear naked choke. Like, that makes zero sense. So, it is what it is. Still a good movie, though. And Paul Walker's in it. That was kind of cool. He looks... Yeah, sometimes I forget about, you know, how young he was in this movie. And how young he was when he passed. So, seeing him there even for like a few seconds is kind of takes me back a little bit. So, anyways, before we kind of go into a dark turn there, I hope you enjoyed that breakdown, you guys. I hope it was a little eye-opening or somewhat educational, that you saw some value in it, or that you just had fun hanging out with me today. Please leave a like, as it helps me out big time, and subscribe to the channel to see more. It would mean a lot to me, and it absolutely helps me out. And hopefully I'll hang out with you again soon, and I'll see you then. Bruce Lee is out.